Okay, so there's wow, 4 whole episodes I haven't reviewed. Whoops. Anyway, because there is so much, right now I'm not going to go through and do my whole in-depth summary thing that I usually do. Instead, I'm going to go over the main events of the episodes and then talk about it a little more than I usually do since some interesting stuff has happened. You know, a review mini. I might go over specific events in more detail later, but not right now. So then, let's talk about the Yuki episodes. Alright, so in episode 10, the big thing was Yuki's backstory. It was a really cute story about Mayu getting closer to Yuki until Yuki let her take her home. A pretty typical story as far as cats go, but they let Yuki's past before that pretty open-ended, so we'll see if they do anything with that. I really liked this episode, though it was a Mayu episode, so of course I did. Episode 11 was mostly about our main characters going on a hike. Simple and fun, but with a twist at the end. The garu-garu was a Kirarin animal for one thing, and its gem was damaged, as if it was scratched by something. After being purified, the Kirarin bear told them that the wound was dealt by another Precure. The last scene is of Kirnyami, because, oh yeah, Kirnyami is apparently a thing now. Great episode, a good time. Episode 12 focused a lot more on Yuki and Nyami again, with us getting to see her fight properly for the first time, and the other Cures learning her name. As a plus, it's also Mayu heavy, and we get to see her developing friendship with Iroha, which is adorable. As an episode, it was great, but I was disappointed by the lack of Nami's transformation. Episode 13 was, well, it was funny, but honestly not a lot happened. Maya discovered that the Precure exist, and she learned Kirnyami's name, but honestly the status quo didn't change in any really meaningful way. It was the first episode that actually disappointed me, because I kept waiting for something huge to happen and for something to change, and it just never did. Plus, once again, no transformation sequence for Nyami. Alright, so Kirnyami. People were wondering when she'd appear, and she's here, but only sort of. We still have none of her side of the story at all, not even a transformation. It's something Precure hasn't done very often, having a rogue cure, so I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for them to go somewhere with it. Yuki as a character is very aloof as a human, though right now I think that's mostly because she's keeping secrets. Still, her main trait is loving and protecting Mayu, which I appreciate. I really hope they expand on that a lot more, have some conversations about it, because the cat character being motivated by protecting her person is so good, and it makes me think of my own cat. I can't wait for her reaction to Mayu joining as Cure Lillian as well. Should be fun. So, let's talk about the violence. At the start of Wonderful Precure, people got really up in arms because Wonderful and Friendly aren't physical attack... Friendly. Not friendly. It's friendly. My gosh. Wonderful and Friendly aren't physical attackers. Well, Nyami is. She scratched the Kirarin bear, she's doing the classic kicking and punching thing, and for the first time in Precure history, she's portrayed as in the wrong for doing so. A lot of people are mad, to put it lightly, talking about how it's ruining the legacy of the show or something, and guys, no. The situation in Wonderful is completely different from any other season. These villains are just wild animals, scared and lashing out. They go through great pains every episode to show that the garu-garus are still acting like the corrupted animal underneath, highlighting fun behaviors and using that to corner and purify them. Nyami is in the wrong because beating up a scared animal when there's totally another way is just mean. If this were any other season, heck yeah, violence, but here, it's just not cool. I've said before that a communication-themed season is just my cup of tea, and I'm sticking with that. These are great lessons for all the little kids watching this little kid show. That said, since the movie is going to be video game themed, I'm hoping we'll get to see our pacifist girls beat up some video game beasties. I'm sure Nyami will have my back on that even if they don't. I am really sorry for the delay. I can't promise it won't happen again, but I'll do my best. This is a hobby for me, and I can get in my own way about doing it sometimes. Look forward to future episode reviews, and some other stuff too, even. Until next time!